To come to stage.
There are 9 members of the youth jury from all over the EU. They are Dorothée Flageolet from France, Bianca Vago from Hungary, Robert Critch from England, Giorgia Farin from Italy, Cadina Yosso from Denmark, Guilherme Ribeiro from Portugal, Tim Kröger from Germany, and Maro Pantasi from Greece.
My name's Tim Kröger.
I'm Bianca.
I'm Carolina Kendall-Bush.
Je m'appelle Dorothée.
Yeah, when I heard I was going to Athens, I was very gleeful.
When I received the email about having been accepted into the youth jury, I was really excited about
Là,
it.
j'ai été hyper heureuse, on a su ça par mail. On n'avait aucune autre indication, seulement voilà, votre candidature a été acceptée.
When we had the newsletters, I copied everyone's email address to MySpace and Facebook and all these community sites, but I didn't really find anybody except Robert, and he had a very funny picture.
Chacun essayait de retrouver un peu ses habitudes alimentaires. Moi j'avais plutôt envie d'un gros steak, les Anglais c'était plus du poisson, l'Allemand a demandé une bière, moi j'ai demandé un verre de vin rouge.
When we got together for the first time, it was like, oh, let's get drunk and get to know each other better.
It's sort of like a zoo, isn't it? Everybody's different anyway.
Possibly everybody has their own store of cliches and stereotypes about each nation.
You're always painted somehow by the fact that you think about the stereotype in the beginning. I mean, you just can't help it.
Je trouve qu'on incarnait chacun typiquement en fait le pays duquel on venait.
It's funny how you put people in boxes. You meet an Italian girl and you kind of expect her to be arrogant, snobbish.
Les Italiens parlent très fort, enfin ils veulent qu'on voit qu'ils sont là.
And I had some Portuguese prejudice. They're very strange. They never make sense when they talk. And Guillaume didn't do much to, to change that.
It was mostly towards Greek people that everybody had huge nose and curly black hair, but it wasn't like this.
Italians. What can I say? Bon vivant.
Les Allemands assez marrants, l'image de la bière mais pas de la saucisse quand même.
There's a French girl who was really sweet, red-haired, freckled, who didn't speak English that well, which is always kind of a prejudice that you have against French people, that they're usually not that good at English.
All of the films in the international competition have an original and exciting screenplay.
I've been to France when I was 15, and I used to study French, and I really love French culture, so I didn't really have prejudice, actually.
La hongroise, bon bah là j'ai découvert un peu quelqu'un de très exubérant. Il me semble que quand elle a dit à sa mère qu'elle partageait sa chambre avec une Française, ils lui ont dit que ne se lavait pas.
The prejudice that I had for certain countries is never something that I have for longer than 5 minutes. It's always it always gets broken down after 5 minutes when you actually talk to the person. There was an Italian girl who she was Italian.
De toute façon, on sentait que si on n'était pas d'accord sur un film, bon bah c'est qu'on n'avait pas de culture.
You could see that from 100 miles away. She had completely black hair, very attractive, sexy, very kind of femme fatale, I would have to say. She's the most Italian girl I've ever met, I think.
I don't know what cultural preconceptions about the French. Maybe, again, stylish, cultured, generally making English people feel inferior. I think Dorothée was a very stylish, cultured girl, so maybe she conformed to some of those.
Try a German kid on the street, say shows Hungary on the map, he's gonna be confused.
And there was a Hungarian girl who was the youngest of us. And
Alors je sais pas si tous les Hongrois adorent le chocolat et Madonna et ont une voix assez perçante comme Bianca.
I knew about Hungarians that they make black and white depressing movies that are 7 hours long.
she was a very, very special girl, I remember. Kind of hyperactive.
J'ai l'impression qu'en Hongrie, les jeunes tournent beaucoup autour de concerts, autour de la musique.
Then Bianca, she showed me a Hungarian movie called Taxidermia, which was actually very nice.
I think I had maybe a preconceptions about Greeks maybe being very politically engaged, quite fiery, etc., etc.
What can I say about the Greeks? They're completely different from us. Germans, different in a very good way. They seem chaotic, but they get just as much done, I think.
And I think Maro definitely was those things. She was very politically engaged, very opinionated. You know, really passionate about the films. When we were talking about the films, for instance,
They're all so friendly, and it seems to be friendly from the heart.
English people often say Germans don't get jokes.
It was a bad first film I made when I was 14. It was about the rubber duck committing suicide.
L'allemand, par exemple, Tim, bon bah comme je vous l'ai dit, il a pris sa bière dès le premier soir.
And I don't think Tim conformed to that. He had a very wry sense of humour, and made a lot of jokes.
It was not animated. It was just fingers and like that, and then it was like, whoa, there she fell down.
In Hungary, we like British and English people a lot.
You know, my prejudice is that Brits can say whatever they want. It comes out funny.
Je trouve que Robert et Carolina incarnaient tout à fait l'anglais que j'imaginais, c'est-à-dire dans leur façon de parler, ils étaient très smart.
Robert, he really was funny. I sort of like the Danes. I spent a lot of time in Denmark. I learned the language.
Le danois, Adam, j'ai découvert un pays très axé sur la culture. On a parlé beaucoup de cinéma tous les deux.
It's all about security and being cozy and nice. There are a lot of nice people, but a lot of them are very much alike.
For example, he said that Greek people are much more close to each other in a way that they touch each other much.
Perhaps you could probably say that maybe the Northern Europeans drank more beer as opposed to wine.
While the other countries like France or Germany or Hungary, we don't really touch each other much.
Ce qui m'a un peu gênée, c'est que Adam, comme la plupart des autres membres du jury, ont réduit le cinéma français à Jean-Pierre Jeunet et Amélie Poulain, et bon, c'est un peu une image qui m'énerve.
I actually liked that at some point during the festival when we were talking about the films that we wanted to vote for and the ratings that we gave them, that we were so different that we actually got into a fight.
Et puis quand on a vu un film danois qui était dans la compétition, que j'ai adoré, j'en ai parlé à Adam en disant que j'avais beaucoup aimé. Il m'a dit, bah tu vois, pour toi c'est comme Amélie Poulain, c'est à vomir tellement c'est français. Bah là c'est pareil, moi j'ai détesté. Donc...
It's something that I just found out that these people were individuals. They were themselves. They were representatives of their countries, but still, you know, very much themselves.
Thank you.